person. I will share anything, especially if you see my TikTok lives. But look, this is one thing that I absolutely do not want to talk about on stream whatsoever.
Well, we're not live yet, so totally talk about it right now.
I'm good, thank you. Though.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Topflight. We're live now.
Yeet.
My name's Philip. I'm your publisher. I always like to pause there so that people, presumably at their computers, are like, ooh, publisher, because it's superheroes, and comic books publish superhero stories. Clever. Yeah, that's right.
Look, I know that you and I figured this out, but I don't think there's a single person doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, also unrelated, but speaking of publisher, a friend of mine who works for DC gave me all the copies of the Man-Bat comics he wrote recently.
Oh, Man-Bat.
Cool.
He's almost Batman, but different.
But yeah.
Well, that's very fun. Well, yes. Hi, my name is Philip. Welcome to Topflight. This is a superhero RPG here on Twitch. It's pronounced Twitch, right? And we are going to be playing. But what is Twitter, real quick? Like, what is it?
What is it?
I understand
it's a place I go to get
It's
mad.
a never-ending tire fire.
Yeah.
It's one of those tire fires that's been burning for 40 years.
It's like the Springfield tire fire, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's the best analogy I've ever heard for Twitter.
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode of The Simpsons where they're burning all the Halloween candy and then somebody throws in a Butterfinger and the fire throws it out unburnt? Anyway, we're here to play some superhero RPGs. We have a lovely group of players here. Say hello, players.
Hello.
Players.
And
Hello.
They're going to be here as a superhero team called Topflight, usually trying to save the world. In this specific little arc that we're doing right now, they are... You know what? I named this the wrong thing.
Issue summary.
I copied the wrong thing. Can I change the title of this while we're streaming?
No.
We have to end.
You can rename it
Your
afterwards.
And it's gone.
I can rename it after. I know I can rename it afterwards, and I will. Well, I had a subpar joke for this issue, which was Topflight number 22. Rescue Red is running longer than we thought, but we still have plenty of Ninja Variant covers. It's not my best one, but I still wanted to share it with all of you right now.
You know, it's all right.
Whew. Anyway, yes, our superhero team has made the choice to go and rescue one of their own whose heart was taken into Yomitsu-Kuni, the land of darkness, by the ninjas of the Severed Heart. Her name is Shinobi Red. She is currently in stasis back in Topflight Tower. And our heroes, Armament, Lumen, who is not present tonight, Findon, Teleportia, and V and her formations, have ventured into Yomitsu-Kuni thanks to the Killing Stone and the assistance of one Nightheart, another former member of these Ninjas of the Seven Heart Order. And you also brought someone with you named Whisper, to whom you've given a very powerful sort of artifact level of some shades she gets to wear like that. She's cool. In any case, this is my most concise recap yet. So you now, having ventured in here, you have one other sort of follower with you, whom you rescued from the land of darkness, from a sinking pit of almost quicksand, from an Oni who meant him harm. His name is Kaga Hideki. And his son is Kaga Takeshi, who was recently killed by the Order of the Severed Hand. Both seem to have been, or at least you know for a fact, Takeshi was involved with the Oshiro group, which Shinobi Red's family sort of operates, and she's a part of. So there's clearly a lot of intricate nonsense going on, and I get the impression that the party's just kind of like, well, that'll all come together at some point. Let's rescue Red. So you have found this person, Kaga Hideki. He has been in Yomitsu-Kuni for years, and yet he is only a child here, in spite of having been like a 50-year-old man when he was slain way back in 1974. Things here seem dark and eerie. Lumen is quite overwhelmed by the nature of this place. I think she did reveal to you all last time that this is definitely sort of a mystic a mystic plane, much like her own home plane of Valo. So she's, she's a little wary of these sort of creatures who trade in darkness. After all, Yomi Tsukuni means the world of darkness, among other translations. So that is what you all know now. Now, do we have anyone in chat here who can help us break a tie, if there is one, about our prologue that we'll be cutting to here? And if not, that is totally fine. But
I have an alternate solution. If
is it just rolling dice?
No.
Okay, because I can do
abstain.
that. You'll just abstain.
Yeah.
I'm calling Book and Dagger to see if he can help break a tie.
That is rude. I wonder. Yeah, I assume that KJ is not around, but
Currently is not. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of our usual crew hasn't arrived yet.
which is, I guess we were a little early, starting promptly at 7:35.
No.
Well, I'll check in with KJ just in case, but so yeah, but that, am I forgetting anything about the setup of this crazy mission? Any other details? You've left off of your quest against Tatiana Temple, and you're here in Yomi Tsukuni. That's
I don't recall hearing it. Did we mention that the second and/or third best ninja in the world is off on her own mission?
We did not. We mentioned she came here with you,
and has our only way home currently in her possession.
We did not mention
Nightheart.
that, but we will now. Yes, Nightheart did that. She took the Killing Stone with her, and one of the formations went with her. And in fact, that's a good segue into this. We sort of left with her in that formation, about to enter the Upside Down Pagoda, which to them just looked like a big flat sort of area of land and kind of a clearing. But here are our two options for the prologue. You can either see in Oshiro Group Tower in Tokyo,
Current time,
or you can see inside the Upside Down Pagoda.
I'm going to go for the first one just because I don't
We have 1 and 1. Okay.
want to know.
We have 1 vote for 1, 1 vote for 1. Yeah, KJ in chat, you can throw up a 1 or a 2 there, but I would do it fast so you're not the deciding vote. Oh, we have a 2. Oh, 2 and 2. Oh, Portals
no.
comes down to you.
Tiggy, why?
Yeah. I like that it's become like a thing that no one wants the information
To
they
be
want.
last.
Yeah. Really, anytime you ever desperately want one of the answers, don't say anything at first, so the other people just like jerks get it to be an even, and then you get to make the decision.
I'll do 2.
You'll do 2. So instead of seeing inside the Oshiro Group Tower in Tokyo, we will go to the Upside Down Pagoda. The scene is drawn in a kind of a dizzying fashion, completely upside down. There is a figure sitting in a chair that is on the ceiling. Hair sort of seems to be, this kind of white hair is falling down from it. It's a nice chair. It's not a throne, but it's a very comfortable, very sort of ornate, sort of slightly raised seat, but this does not appear to be a throne room. A servant crawls toward her on the ceiling, very carefully, with these claws digging in with every step. It appears that this individual is not capable of simply walking without trouble, but they are crawling towards this figure, and they say, "Osakabe." She comes, and she brings someone with her. A flying woman. This woman in the chair, this kind of elderly woman with her white hair sort of tangling and falling down towards sort of the ceiling below her. nods to this servant and says, oh, this is all translated, by the way. This is all in like the, cool. And she says, then we must prepare a welcome for her. Bring me a new vessel. The servant nods and begins crawling away. And Osakabe stands and begins walking unimpeded upside down across the floor over to a table on which rests, suspended somehow in spite of no visible means, a red beating heart. We will go back now to Topflight as they move across the countryside of Yomitsukuni. You have gone to the road, like a main road. You're no longer on kind of like a little winding path through the forest. I believe that Lumen was largely taking the lead on sort of the are any of the rest of you proficient in survival?
I believe I am.
Okay. So why don't you make a survival check in that case for us, but you can make it with advantage.
Okay. Uh, 21.
It's not an incredibly hard thing to do to simply stay on this road, although you do find it's wearying, and the light never changes overhead. That fortress in the distance seems further than it appeared, in the sense that after hours of walking, it doesn't appear significantly larger in your view. Lumen would probably point out that in places such as this, distance can often be a less firm concept. As you continue along, however, with a roll over 20, you're making good time. You're kind of just try to keep everyone in line. You do occasionally pass like a cart with a broken wheel, a few objects or dried goods sort of strewn around. You see a dead horse lying on the road as well. Flies kind of buzzing about it. There's a wrongness to this path that you're walking. You're certain of that. The whole time, this sort of child who's with you, is kind of, just whenever there are things up ahead, will sort of look up for a second and kind of wave and sort of suggest it's okay, until you come to a sort of bending curve in this road where the path really diverges hard on like a full 90-degree turn, heading off, and he stops. There are 3 sort of stones. They don't look like carved stones, but they're kind of larger, like boulders, and they're all laying just kind of at the point of this curve. And he will sort of say to you, I'm not sure what those are.
You've never seen anything like that before?
Not here. I know this path. I've never seen that.
Well, either then these are not as they seem, or someone's trying to prevent us from getting there.
I mean,
Neither are great.
they might be dangerous. And they are, you certainly, if you just continued walking, you should be fine on this path, but they are all just like right there next to the path. And I'll also say that around this time it is, just to kind of up the eeriness, it's becoming very misty. The stones, you don't always even completely kind of like these just like fogs just roll across them, and for a second they're almost obscured. You still see sort of the top. And they're about like 5-6 feet high, kind of rounded boulders. Kaga Hideki, though, will sort of indicate, perhaps we should simply turn back, and you should bring me back to the world.
Can't turn back now.
Well, I will reiterate. Do you have a weapon I can use? I was good with many weapons.
Sadly,
No.
I am my own weapon.
I just use these. Aren't you a ninja? Shouldn't you be able to at least do that? Do some sort of unarmed combat?
I am not a ninja. I have some unarmed combat, but I'm not a ninja. I don't like ninjas very much. I mean, it's kind of, if I'm being completely honest. And then kind of Hideki looks around kind of nervously, trying to just make sure. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have Hideki make Hideki make a check on this to see if he spots any ninjas hiding in the fog.
That implies there might be ninjas hiding in the fog right now, which I don't like.
He doesn't see any, and he goes, I think ninjas are pretty stupid. Satoshi was so dumb. So dumb. Such a waste of time. My son, he thought ninjas were interesting. Ugh. Whatever.
We could just fly us all over this. Or like Teleportia, you could make portals and just get us past these rocks if we don't want to.
That's actually an excellent idea.
Yeah. I'm totally okay doing that.
Okay. Portals? Sure, that sounds good. So what you can see here, Teleportia, is kind of a fog. You guys are probably about 30 feet from these three rocks. And then kind of the fog extends. Why don't you make a perception check for me, Teleportia?
All right.
As you kind of peer ahead.
Cool. Oh, come on. 11.
You can't see too far past them. So you can attempt to just be like, send us a mile that way, but you really want to have seen the place. So you think you could maybe send you guys like, you know, like you're about like 20, 30 feet from them now. You can maybe comfortably put yourself like 10 feet past them.
Okay. I guess I'll ask everyone if we want to at least be like 10 feet away from it. Like, since that's the most comfortable I feel right now with my perception of the area, then.
Yes.
Yeah?
Sounds great.
Alright.
Yep.
Then I will make the portals. Pew pew.
Is that why they call you that?
Portals?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm kidding. Checking.
All right, so you make a portal just about 10 feet past. The portals are there hovering. Hideki's kind of like, ooh. And he's a little kid, so it's cute, you know, when he does stuff like this.
I will walk through.
Wonderful. V
portal.
passes through the portal. There's this instant as you pass on the other side where you hear a voice kind of like as if like you only hear like the end of it as you're stepping through, kind of going,
Was I able to was that in another language or?
Make a perception check of your own.
Ooh, 19. So. Wait, where? What the hell? 20, 30.
It sounds more animal
Okay.
than language. With a 20, oof, maybe monkeys. Maybe it's not really like a dog. It's not like a bark or a growl. It's like a chittering, that kind of like, but kind of like quieting as you kind of arrived there.
Okay, I'm gonna split. So for a total of 2, Me into one
You
formation.
just pop out another formation there, sure.
Yeah. Up out.
Yeah. So far you're the only one who's gone through. Everyone else is still on the far side.
I will go through right after.
Okay, armament steps through as well, so it's armament and Vena formation. You can always pop out the formation, then have that go through first if you're worried, but sure.
Well,
So the three of you are now over there, and at this point, armament, even with your passive, you don't hear any voice or anything.
Okay.
You just kind of hear that quiet, eerie stillness. If you glance back at those three rocks, there's definitely a lot of kind of fog rolling over them, but they don't seem to be, they're not looking at you or anything.
armament, do you think Rocky Jumper has any cousins here?
I shudder to think what kind of cousins we might find in this place.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think anything native here would be great.
Rocky Jumper doesn't have a heart, right? I think you.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, but he doesn't need a heart when he has family.
It's true, but if you guys ever hear a heartbeat, get him to a hospital immediately. It's
Yeah.
So Hideki is kind of looking like, should I walk through that? He looks at Teleportia, who made it.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean,
Are
everyone.
Are you going to?
Do you want me to hold your hand while we go through together? Would that make you feel better?
No, I am. Okay. He'll take your hand.
Then I'll walk in with him.
He grips it pretty tight, but then went through. Kind of nods to you softly. Lumen will follow them, kind of giving you a look, Vindon, like, I will go now, and walk through.
And I'll bring up the rear.
Understood. You pass through, and it seems untroubled here.
We ought to be.
Go.
Oh, sorry. We ought to be careful around here. I think I heard a monkey or something. An animal. Kid,
Okay.
are there animals here?
I mean, yes, but yes.
Well, ones that sound like but spookier.
That would probably be monkeys.
Well, okay. Well, this world is different than my world. I'm just trying to figure out if they're like face-eating monkeys or something we need to be extra concerned about.
He kind of looks and sort of stares at those rocks for a while. And there's a sort of larger bank of fog that kind of rolls across all of you. Technically, I guess I should roll. And after a moment or two, as the fog lessens, those three stones are not there any longer.
Are they ahead of us on the road?
Make a perception check.
That's a 25.
Yes, in the distance. A fair ways.
Can I
I'll put
look
him out.
around and see if anything about where we are seems familiar? Seems like we
Sure.
were just here a second ago.
I mean, you did you already did a pretty good survival check, but yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Your sort of DC will be, yeah.
I believe that's just going to be a 16.
You do not have any sense that like you've gone backwards or in circles. You certainly feel that you are continuing along new portions of road, but the mists are sort of crazy, and you can see sort of up ahead in the distance as armament is. Are you pointing this out to everyone, armament?
Yeah.
Then yes, you do see that maybe like kind of like in a break in the fog and like a gentle decline about 600-700 feet ahead of you as the road kind of turns back. There are three more stones just by the side of the road.
I would like to release the journeyer again.
Okay.
I want to have him kind of fly a little bit above us, kind of just do. I want him to do two things. One,
Okay.
I want to just kind of like surveilling the area around us,
Great.
and also I want him paying attention to the kid, and I want him like watching the kid's expressions. I'd be like seeing if the kid. I'm after having said that, I shudder to think like what kind of Rocky Jumper's cousin we find her now. Inside, I'm thinking, well, like, I mean, we don't know that this kid is who he says he is. We don't know. I don't know. So this is a twofold reconnaissance, but ostensibly I'm saying, yeah, I'm just gonna have the journeyer. I'm just like, yeah, journeyer's gonna scout around.
Journeyer's
like,
kind of scouting around and always keeping an eye on the kid.
providing
Very
Overwatch,
good.
yeah. And especially like pay attention, like I kind of want the journeyer kind of like focusing on like how was this kid like is he like weird? Is he being weirdly attentive? Obviously he's gonna be weirdly attentive to things for a kid because he's like a 50-something-year-old dude or a 70-something-year-old
and it's
dude.
a scary situation, sure. But
Right.
I see what you're saying. Does the journeyer have a decent modifier for insight?
It's the same as mine.
Oh, okay, perfect. So what is yours?
+1.
+1. Okay, so he'll notice a big change just kind of latently. Very good. So the journeyer is up and out. We have a formation and a V. Whisper has kind of misted through the portal herself. Ooh, it's getting very spooky. Is everyone ready to go home and turn around now and give me my herbs?
No.
Nope.
If I recall correctly, the herbs are contingent on you helping us. And as far as I can determine, you've yet to do that.
I'm trying to help you. I'm going to give you the most earnest assistance I can. We should all leave here soon.
Well, then let's do our thing quickly so we can leave here soon.
Sure thing, handsome. Hideki kind of is giving her a... So. Do you carry on towards the stones again, or are you going to try to teleport past them once again?
How would everyone feel about trying to do that all over again?
Yeah, let's keep teleporting past him.
Okay.
All right. 14.
So you're able to go a little further past these, and given, honestly, because you guys were up on a thing, you can visibility, you are able to teleport yourselves past them, more like 30 or 40 feet, which you do without incident. You all pass through, and they're just back there behind you. No sound. No notice. Armament, you do see 3 more stones up ahead, though.
And the rest of us don't see them?
I mean, I
you can. He can point them out because of his passive perception. I'm kind of saying he keeps picking them out once, and they seem to. If you guys are going to sort of repeat this strategy, it seems like this happens. They're not always the same distance ahead. Sometimes you don't even see them, and then as you kind of go another, walk for another 10 minutes or so, you're like, wait, there they are again. And with kind of the mist, kind of the fog rolling, it's not always easy to tell. But if you continue this strategy a few times, eventually when you do this passage and Teleportia creates the portal, is V always going through the portal first?
My formation is.
Cool. So V's formation upon Teleportia creating... Teleportia, make me one more perception check. Let's see distance on this one.
19.
So you go a good bit further. And so, kind of you see another one, they're about, 30, 40 feet ahead. You're able to go, skip about 200 feet ahead. You do so, and you send a formation through, and you see that the 3 stones are now blocking the road ahead of the formation.
While I do this, V is conveying everything that the formation is seeing, but I would like the formation to move forward and touch one of the stones.
Okay.
Just to see.
Which one? Right, left, or middle?
Middle.
Okay. She touches the middle stone. It is sort of cool and sort of a little bit wet from all the fog, but not slick. And sort of a porous stone.
Can I do a magic check? Arcana?
Arcana? Sure, you can see. Do they seem magical?
19 plus 5, 24.
Hella.
Magical.
These seem to be. I will say that with a sort of a 24 magic and kind of the way you touch them and just kind of feel just a little tinge of something, you have the sense that it's definitely these are the stones. Like, it's not like there's just more and more stones. These are the stones that were there. You saw some disappear earlier, but you're like, these are the same stones that keep moving.
Okay. I convey that to the group. But I think it's safe to go through, so shall we? V goes through.
Okay.
Yeah, if he's going, I'll go.
You guys sort of step through. Hideki is worried. He doesn't need to always hold your hand, Teleportia, but he will if you offer it. And as you pass through these 3 stones blocking your path, you do hear, and then sort of slowly, kind of like you hear like some like skittering noises
Like coming from like behind the stones.
from
inside
behind the
stones?
stone, and you see this like monkey paw like reaching over the top, relatively small, kind of like reaching over the top like one, and hauling itself up, and eventually a monkey appears, its other paw clasped over its mouth. Looks back behind, and it kind of
The journeyer circle around and see if we can see more behind the rocks.
the journeyer circles around, and a couple of other monkeys are also crawling up, sort of like as awkwardly as possible. One, a hand clasped over its eyes, chittering. Another is having a hell of a time with both hands over its ears
Yeah.
This looks familiar.
as they sort of are climbing up. And Hideki sort of gasps. And these 3 sort of these are snow monkeys, which is actually one of like the primary sort of primate species of Japan itself and a national symbol. But the 3 of them are up there, sort of clasping. And the one covering its eyes is kind of, and the one covering its ears is doing that much more loudly, with no sense of volume. And but the one with the mouth hole is just.
Is anyone good with riddles? Kid?
Hideki is like, these are the mystic apes. No, oh dear. And Hideki goes back through the portal.
My formation flies after him and grabs him
Okay.
and brings him back.
Oh no! He sort of goes, and he just kind of goes down on the ground and just like bows on the ground, covering his head.
What do these apes do, kid?
He's like, I don't, and then he begins speaking in Japanese, begging sort of forgiveness, begging no offense. Whisper dematerializes, kind of into this cloud of just like,
Bitch! He says.
you bitch. But sort of the main sort of monkey will sort of look down. The one who's covering the eyes, and will sort of start speaking in Japanese.
Hideki, what's he saying?
He's asking who is here? Who comes?
Friends.
The monkey sort of pauses a moment, and then in English says, "Friends of who?"
Someone who sent us on a quest here.
Huh. You are strong. I can't see it, but I can feel it. Am I right? Are they strong? Turning to the other two, receiving
think so.
nothing. Ah! Curse both of you!
All right, one can't hear and one can't speak.
Ugh. The one who can't speak is just going like this. The one who can't speak sort of leaps down off of the rock and begins walking amongst all of you. And kind of moves its little paws just like this so its nose is out and just starts sniffing the hell out of all of you. Then kind of climbs back up.
So, I don't mean to be rude. It's like you can see no evil.
Ah! I am Mizaru. I see no evil. That... Sort of pulls the paw over one hand, is kind of just pointing in a direction. Roll a perception check at disadvantage on this, hold on. Not pointing at the one with the hands over its mouth, who's currently, like, walking amongst you guys. That is Kikazaru, who hears no evil. And that, and points directly at the one with the hands over its ears, says, is Iwazaru, who speaks no evil. The one who's being pointed at will just loudly, in Japanese, say something. Very loudly. And then...
Was that supposed to be the other way around, or...
Yes, he got it. He got it real wrong. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And the other one's shouting, and he's sort of shouting back, "They don't speak that language, learn this one!" But the one whose ears are covered haven't heard your language and is just screaming something very loud for a moment. And the one with covering his eyes, Mizaru, is kind of gesturing, and eventually Kikazaru kind of quiets down. Just, again, no longer shouting in Japanese.
So, does this mean, by your name, forgive me, pardon my ignorance, by your name, does this mean that you see no evil because you cannot see, or that you can see that there is no evil in front of you?
All must avoid evil acts.
You'll hear no disagreement from us.
Oh, so you're heroes. Ah, very good.
On our good days.
Very strong. But why are you here?
Come to rescue a friend.
Another hero.
Are you lying?
No.
That's good. I can hear you if you are. And so can Iwazaru. The one who can't speak is just kind of hopping up and down.
Can he write?
Iwazaru? No.
Oh.
Iwazaru cannot speak or write. Iwazaru cannot communicate.
Loopholes, you know.
Ah, loopholes. No. I see no loopholes.
I mean, some would say that loopholes are work of lawyers and they're evil, so.
The one covering his ears, Kikazaru, shouts what is clearly what in Japanese. Just, like, no language skills needed, just screams, "What?" They, however, sort of climb up onto this stuff, and but the sort of the Mizaru, who sees no evil, will sort of continue. But you do not explain why you're here. Where are you going? What are you doing? You do not belong here. You have come here through mystic means, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah! Yes. This is not unusual. But this is not your place. Have you drunk the blood of an Oni?
I don't think so. No. No. What does
Should
that
we have-
do?
The one who sort of can't speak. Just Iwazaru is just like, just sort of sits down and starts like counting all of you on toes. Climbs up. The one who can't see says, "Is he doing something? What is he doing? What are they doing? What are those two doing?" The one who can't hear is just like scratching himself with his other foot.
No,
Well,
the
one
who-
is. Go ahead.
the one who can't hear is scratching himself.
And the other
that.
one is counting us, I think.
Oh, counting you. Wait, I can't see you. How many of you are there?
5 and half.
Well, I mean,
I say
six,
looking around.
6 right now with your formation out.
Oh,
How
Well,
did you
she
get
is-
here?
And if Whisper
him.
was here, then maybe 7.
Whisper, huh? Where is one of you? No. Have you come here by accident? No. This is very strange. I worry about why you're here. We cannot dwell on these thoughts. Hear no evil. Speak no evil. See no evil. Have you heard this from where you're from?
yes.
Yes.
Why? What does it mean?
Good question.
What does it mean? Why do we do what we do?
Well, I feel like it could be interpreted multiple ways, right? I mean,
But which?
well, I think one of them could be interpreted as in a way that of like virtues to follow, and one could be interpreted as a way of like willfully ignoring the state of the world around you.
Oh. Yes, willfully ignoring. What does it mean? Why do we do what we do? Huh?
Because you're cursed?
Cursed? No, not cursed.
I don't know.
Strong. We're very strong.
Is it part of it? Were you part of your? I do wonder physiologically what would happen if you were to remove your. Are you physically able to remove your hand from your eyes?
Oh, yes, I could see you if I want. And I do want, but I must not. I must see no evil.
We're not evil.
But why are you here? What do you do? What have you done? Yes.
We just want to save our friend.
And what was it some other proverb says? What is the road to hell paved with? Yes?
Good intentions.
Pointing not near you. Just like, kind of like, yes. Good intentions. Yes.
To be fair, we're doing this kind of against her advisement just because we have to save her. She's our leader.
And who is she?
Well, I don't know if I can trust you.
Ooh. I can see no evil.
You can't see
Kikazaru
anything right now.
But you
can speak no evil. Or can hear no evil. Iwazaru can speak no evil. Amongst us there is no evil to be dwelled on. Yes, it is imperative that there is no evil dwelled on amongst us. So, you can say it, and whatever evil is in the name will not be heard, and therefore will not be dwelled on. I'll never put a face to the name, never. Never.
Well, I mean, if you were to speak evil, then one of them would not be able to hear, and the other one wouldn't be able to call you on it. So it wouldn't-
True. I can speak evil, but I don't, because we cannot speak evil. You see?
Are you like three of the same being? Are you like 3 is 1, 1 is 3 kind of thing?
In certain ways. We are all many parts, are we not? Sometimes I feel like I could split myself into multiple people, or multiple monkeys. You know, metaphorically, no one could really do such a thing.
Well,
But if I can see, then we all see together. And if Iwazaru speaks, we can all speak together. And if Kikazaru hears, we can all hear together. Yes, yes, yes. But
So
why?
Are you not all blind, deaf, and mute right now? Then
Ah, just enough. Yes. But you do not belong here. This is not your afterworld. This is not an afterworld for some time, a mystic place. And yet you come to save someone. But why? And what power? Should they be saved? The question. A ninja, perhaps? A warrior? Someone who can sneak, someone who can kill. Ooh, killing is evil, yes?
it can't be. That's complicated, especially where we come from.
what would you say? Would you argue that killing in self-defense is evil? Would you argue that killing in the defense of others is evil if they would be killed?
What do you say, Iwazaru? You hear and see all. What do you think is evil of those things? And this monkey's just like... Monkey stands up, kicks the dirt a little bit, just...
Well, we think that what we're looking for is beyond these rocks. And
Natural one. Perfect. So Mizaru is going to like gingerly start stepping off the rock and then completely tumbles off the rock. Like just like steps off into full cartoon, like hangs for a moment and just falls down. Pulls himself back up. Wanders over and basically like puts a hand on Teleportia's leg and looks up at her as if she's V who's talking. And is like, I forget the question. I just fell and hit my head.
I'm over here.
Huh?
And I go and grab his hand.
Oh. Huh?
What we're looking for is beyond these rocks.
But who is it? Whom do you seek?
I look back at the others. Should I? Shinobi Red.
Oh.
Or at least part of her.
Oh. The one covering the ears. Kikazaru's like, in Japanese, what? And the one covering the mouth is just full on, oh my god, I have something to say. Is just 100%. But, in any case, the one talking says, Shinobi Red. Ah, interesting. Met her before we have. The three of us met her. Impressed with her we were. But, not the ninja you need to find. Not the ninja to save the world.
Save the world? This world? Or our world?
What's the difference? A world must be saved. Would it not be evil not to do it? I see no evil. I cannot see a world where the world is not saved.
Well, who do we need to find?
She's with you. Here already. Aren't you? Wait, what's her name again?
Whisper?
Shinobi?
Hold. Oh, they
Nightheart?
can't.
Oh,
Yes. Nightheart, and kind of just gestures amongst you as if Nightheart will step forward. Nightheart, yes, Nightheart. Also met you before we have, haven't we? Hello, Nightheart.
She's not currently among our
not
number.
here.
She's with me, but not with me. She's with, It's hard to explain. She's with my twin. She's with my twin.
Oh,
I have a twin.
I understand something about that. Or two things. Get it? Because of... Well, then, go to your twin.
We will eventually. However, we would like to also get Shinobi Red's heart.
Oh. Well, much evil will be done then, but we'll try not to think about it. For you see, that is why you must hear no evil, see no evil, or speak no evil. You must not dwell on these things, not when you have the power we have. Oh no, no. You must not dwell on these evil thoughts.
If you don't mind me asking, what is that power you have?
A lot. It's the power of thought. But we cut ourselves off from certain things, and then... something like a balance is maintained, yes. Because after all, I can see no evil, but I can see no good. And Kikazaru, again gesturing to the other monkey, can hear no evil, but can hear no good. And Iwazaru can speak no evil, but can speak no good. Yes, and how much good could Iwazaru speak? How much good could I see? Too much, but too much bad too. Better this way, and then starts kind of clambering back up on the rock.
Can we pass?
When could you not?
I split again because my other formation is with the kid, and send a formation to try to go. Are the rocks separated like one, and then there's space in between?
They're more just kind of like rounded, so they'd be fairly easy to climb through, and you can certainly just fly around the side.
My formation will fly around the side.
Yeah, you do so without any trouble.
V turns to the others and says, I think we can just go by.
Well, of course you can go by. It would be evil to keep you here.
But it wouldn't be good either.
The Iwazaru at this point just hops up on the rock and kicks Mizaru in the butt. Just like, and Mizaru's like, ow. You're the worst, you know that? And you're ugly and you smell bad. And Iwazaru is trying to communicate wordlessly the obvious response to that about him being ugly, but cannot.
Can't.
Could I make an insight check as I observe all of this?
Of course.
No.
Okay. All right. 22.
These are entities of neutrality. These are entities of balance. You don't believe they are actively misleading, but you certainly don't trust that they're necessarily altruistic. But you don't get any, you really don't get any sense of, and really don't know when you spoke, I mean, they're sort of, they're conveying certain things, but largely you don't, you don't get any sense that there is like active deceit going on.
Yeah. So, seeing what's going down, I'll just say to the group, so it seems that they won't stop us, but we shouldn't feel safe going past. Maybe something else is going to stop us. But
When has anything we've ever done been safe? To be fair.
yeah, I mean, we've had a pretty rough go since the first day on the job.
It's been, what,
Yeah.
a week and a half?
It's the longest week and a half of my life.
Seriously.
So I think we just try it and see what happens. I'm willing to go first this time, V, since you've gone so many times before.
Well, I appreciate it.
I look at the See No Evil monkey. What's Miyazaru? Is that it?
Yes, See No Evil is Mizaru.
Mizaru. Yeah. I'll say. I mean, so do we? Are you able to give us some kind of like at least your blessing or guidance or like well wishes to go forward?
You want my blessing? For real?
I wouldn't mind it.
Oh, so very few ask for that. They simply ask not to be slain. I can give you my blessing if you really want it, unless you want one of my brothers more.
What's going to be the most helpful thing for us? Just wondering. I'm sure you're all very adept at blessing.
Oh, if it is whatever you think you do the most evil by.
Probably things I say.
Iwazaru, please. And Iwazaru jumps up, kind of just like into your arms. And then goes, puts a hand over your mouth.
Did it do anything?
You don't really feel anything.
Can I talk?
No. Now the real question is, does Eldritch Blast have a verbal component? It's all of you. Eldritch Blast. I think Eldritch Blast may only be somatic.
I think it's just somatic.
Nope, it's verbal somatic.
Oh.
By Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on the monkey blessings, though I appreciate the gesture.
Ah, good.
True gesture.
So, yes, you can no longer say evil. As a result, you will not commit evil. Or good. Yes. Steal my blessing, you wish? He's kind of flailing around his hand to try to find your eyes.
I swat his hand away.
Oh.
I think
there's part of me that wants to take it, but also I don't know if Armament would take it.
Armament's very perceptive. I get it.
Yeah. Would that like decrease by perception factor, or would I just be make the checks disadvantage?
I think it would. Well, you know what? It's tricky. It would not decrease your perception factor for hearing or like touch-based perception, but it would mess. I mean, you would have zero sight. So
right.
I'd let you make a perception check that I hear stuff, but often like the DC is going to be higher on that. You know.
No, you have to go into this blind. You have to just.
Yeah.
That's not fair. You're metagaming.
But I mean, I understand.
That's a fair point. I'll say nothing else.
Okay,
you can take the
difference. I do think there's a difference between metagaming and saying like, well, I just saw what happened when the monkey that can't talk touched the person on the mouth, and that person can't speak now.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen if the monkey that can't see touches me on the eyes, and my thing is that I can see shit good?
It's a power.
Yeah.
The loud one starts speaking loudly in Japanese. And Hideki will sort of say to you guys very quietly, Mighty Kikazaru is asking who wishes for his blessing.
I think one blessing may be
I'll
sufficient for the
take
time.
his blessing.
You'll take the blessing of Kikazaru?
Yeah.
Kikazaru's like just screaming that no one will take my blessing, and the sightless brother is like, oh what? But the soundless one sort of jumps up, grabs the hand, moves it over to Findon, and it's put on your ears, and Findon, you cannot hear.
Well, that's not so bad. Huh.
In addition, well, we'll get to that sort of later.
Oh man.
There is a blessing part. It's not just they're taking away senses.
I'll do it. It's fun.
Understood.
It's a fun choice.
All right. So with that, you do it, and he's like, "Oh, perfect. Come over." And sure enough, puts hands over your eyes, and you cannot see.
Oh my god.
We will not lower your perception factor, but when you're making basically you cannot. It is.
Yeah.
We won't lower your perception factor, but you cannot make a sight-based check.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So the three of you now cannot see, cannot hear, and cannot speak.
So I know I can't see through the journeyer. Can the journeyer see?
Yes, the journeyer is not connected to you, so the journeyer can still kind of like ping you information, but it probably will be like more disorienting at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very good.
Fortunately, Teleportia can still just herd us places now.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's fairly true. So Teleportia can do that, and Hideki stands up and is just like, and then kind of like bows 3 more times to the monkeys. And he says, "Well, if you're not going to save the ninja, you should. Save the ninja you want to anyway. But I hope that now the 3 of you have received our blessings, which, again, no one's taken us up on in so very long. I hope that this will help you fight evil and not commit such acts for a time." Yes. Very good.
And I know what the monkey just said, but I guess it's time for us.
What do you mean? You don't know what I said? Am I speaking your strange language incorrectly?
And I just start walking.
You walk. And yes, and in fact, Teleportia can sort of herd you guys up and over the rocks. And in fact, as you sort of all pass them, Hideki's kind of nervous to go, but will go with you. Lumen is likely shaking her head at this.
Lumen is enjoying the silence.
Oh, well, there is something very nice about this. Yeah, exactly. But as you all begin sort of heading this way, there is a few moments you can kind of hear the monkeys still sort of chittering to one another. Now not even in Japanese, just kind of in Japanese macaque language, in snow monkey, kind of just in their own thing. And as you kind of just continue a bit further down the road, everyone except for Armament, if you glance back, sort of see that the fog rolls over that, and they disappear. In the fog ahead of you, there's a figure. So, you're all alive. That's impressive.
He goes up to her and just starts going,
Wait, am I being too loud? My name's the Whisper. Is there something around here? Damn.
No, she just can't speak any evil.
She can't speak evil. Oh, did she?
We have accepted blessings.
Okay. Did you wait?
What is
she goes to Armament and she
what is going on
punches
right now?
him in the chest.
You wait. You all accepted blessings. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. Divine favor makes sense.
What?
What? Vinton,
What?
what's wrong? Oh, I understand. Okay. She
Look,
kind
I
of
know
covers.
she's already here normally, but what is going on?
She kind of covers her hand.
What are we?
And says, "Okay, this is going to be convenient for me. So you're all alive. Oh, even the child. That's good. I thought for sure they were going to destroy one of you. Because they're ancient gods, V. Never ever mess with gods. That's like Guild of Secrets Day 1 orientation. You got blessings? Okay, well that'll be interesting. Well, shall we carry on your quest? So far your blessings only seem to be just huge detractions. I can't hear you, I'm sorry, sweetie.
They did not seem to be directly antagonistic, therefore I can only assume that at some point these blessings will prove fruitful.
I hope so. And I hope that they're not just callous, petty gods, like all of them are. Justin about this. He really did like your singing voice. She sort of just turns and says, "Are we going? The castle's still ahead." You guys continue walking down. All right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Since I'm out of contact with the formation that is with Nightheart, was she affected?
You are not out of contact with that one.
I'm not. Damn it! I thought I was.
Oh, no, she's still on the same plane as you.
Oh, I thought since she was far enough away, we'd lost contact.
No, she's still there. You want to check in on her real quick?
Sure.
Cool. Roll a d20.
15.
She's still alive. She and Nightheart are currently... the fact that she can fly is very helpful. She has witnessed Nightheart running, like Nightheart runs so fast she can stay on ceilings. She can't hold herself there, but she can run along ceilings, no problem. So she's always just kind of flipping around. And the two of you kind of took out two, very scary sort of, like monsters in this sort of tower that you keep going deeper and deeper into. There's also a lot of, skeleton soldiers. It's rad stuff. Don't worry about it. We'll say, though, that around this point, you kind of cut back to her as Nightheart sort of glances over, kind of now, having been on the ceiling, the fight ended, she flips down, lands now on, she was on the floor, but it was upside down. Now she's landed below herself on the ceiling, standing there, about to kind of climb to the next thing, but she kind of looks up at you. Do you think your formation is orienting yourself to the room, or are you orienting yourself to up and down when you're flying?
I think she's orienting to whatever she's fighting.
Understood. Cool. So she kind of flips back over, and Nightheart's going, where were your little pew, pew, pew things there at the end? I actually started counting. What?
Can Nightheart read lips?
They spoke to the monkeys? Why were the monkeys talking to them? That makes no sense at all. Well, tell her to tell the fuck.
I like that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Did the monkeys say anything interesting? You can't tell me. Okay. All right. Let's just, Oh, sweetheart, you want to write something down? Go ahead, write something down. Go for it.
Wait,
Here,
I'm gonna try to pull...
She pulls out some parchment and a quill.
Okay.
Go ahead, write it. Gibberish. You can speak no evil. That includes the written word, dear. You can't disseminate an evil thought. I understand that your mouth is moving. I can read lips. I can't make out what you're saying. Listen, this is not the reason we're down here. And you hear a monster, like a octopus monster beginning to crawl in. And now we didn't even get the jump on the next one. So can you do anything other than blasting, or now you have no verbal? You know what? It's fine. We'll just then let's go. And so the two of you continue on the fight. So V, you witness all of that. You can communicate none of it. All right. So with that, the rest of you continue on away. Ahead of you, you see a wagon moving forward. There is a paper lantern hanging from a sort of suspended little pole at the front of it, just like a little light bobbing. The wagon does not appear to have any visual means of conveyance. But there is a figure riding it. And you, sadly, yes, don't know this.
Well, that's weird. You don't often see a wagon moving without anything pulling it.
Oh, fascinating. It's coming towards us?
Mm-hmm.
I say that out loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
The wagon, upon sort of getting Honestly, when you guys are like within the light of its glow, it stops. And there's a figure on top of it. The figure sort of calls out in Japanese. Hideki will say to you all, he's asking who goes there. What should I say? He looks at Findon. Findon can't hear anything.
Hi.
Yeah.
Waving! He says in Japanese. So to you guys, he might have said something. But what he says in Japanese is waving. The figure, Whisper just goes, sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. Whisper just goes, and the figure kind of steps off of the carriage and walks up to you. They're wearing a sort of like, kind of like a cloak, but their back seems huge. And as they get forward, everyone but Armament can see that they have this kind of like pallid green skin, and they're very wet.
We don't mean to be a bother, we're just making our way to a temple to recover a heart.
Huh?
Apparently it's this way. I can't hear you. We came here to rescue a friend, and that's apparently down this road.
Ichi, ni, san, shi.
I think
Why are
something
you
might
counting?
be about to happen.
It's definitely counting all of you. I guess with Lumen, Whisper, is there only one formation out amongst you right now? There's two.
There's
So-
two. There's one with the kid and one just kind of hanging out.
So it counts the four of you, Kid, other formation, Whisper, and Lumen. So ichi, ni, san, shi, go, roku, na.
Yeah, Armament, just be on guard. I think something might be about to happen.
I'm letting the journeyer's like feeding me like a what's going on.
Hachi shirokodama. Hachi shirokodama.
Look, we're just trying to go by. We don't want
I am going to say with that, any of you here who are proficient in... tell you what, this is Teleportia only. Teleportia, you,
What?
just because you are into ninja stuff, so maybe you would have read about this. But go ahead and roll a either Arcana or History check, your choice.
Both would be the same.
Okay.
That is not a natural 20, but a 20.
A 20 non-natural. Would you like to throw any hero dice onto this situation? You don't have to. There might be a fight coming here, so it might be wise not to.
I'll hold out.
Fair enough. With a 20, you feel like you've heard that word, Shirokodama. That feels like that's something weird. I've heard of that. This figure kind of like pulls kind of like the cloak back, and you sort of see like scaly skin underneath, and it seems like this person might be wearing a giant backpack. He kind of reaches in and he takes a bite of a large cucumber. Roku. Roku Shirokodama. And then and kind of just like this mouth sort of opens, and the most horrifying scream any of you have ever seen or heard emerges from this creature. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Except
Plus
Findon,
Findon?
right?
Findon has to make it as well, because you can see it. It's kind of like
18.
it's like ghostly making this thing. 18, great.
Ooh, I am going to. I'm the 7. I'm not gonna throw anything on top.
Okay.
Let's use our D4 to gain advantage.
Okay.
It's gone. All right. Okay. 29.
29.
23.
23, excellent. So, and I'm just going to kind of say, for whatever reasons, all your other people, there's a lot of terror at this. So you do succeed Teleportia with a 23. Congratulations. The DC for this is 20. However, V and Armament and Findon, I apologize for any dice you did spend on that, because upon making it, you have this odd sensation that not only are you completely immune to fear or being charmed or any kind of mental condition effect, you are automatically going to succeed on all wisdom throws.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot be, because you have given up one of these means of evil entering. You cannot be altered. You cannot be moved. You cannot be. Yeah, you're also immune to psychic damage.
Okay.
The other members of your party, for convenience sake, begin to cower in terror. Hideki and V.
Well, that's pretty normal.
And sure, and no, V is fine, but Lumen is and you don't know where Whisper is. She's like, is this the fight I'm here for? But Whisper's, who knows what Whisper's up to. Actually, I will actually roll for Whisper. Hold on, she has pretty good wisdom, so she might have made it on her own. 4 on the die, she does not. So Whisper's scared too. So the 4 of you are there. You guys can fight this Kappa, and let's get it on. Oh yeah, and as this is thrown off, you see a giant turtle shell on this creature's back.
Oh boy.
Sweet.
All right, so you're expecting a high AC. So if we can have some initiative rolls, let's get those going.
Ooh, 19 plus 2, 21.
21, nice.
14.
14 for old Armament.
14 for me too.
14 for Portals. And then what do you got, Findon?
Make it nice and easy for you. 9.
9.
Right in order.
There is an order to this. And our friend who you are facing here is... Do they have... Nope, they have nothing on it, so fair enough. So V, you are up first.
I will... So I have 2 formations out. One is going to stay with the kid to protect him.
Okay.
I'll take my bonus action to split into 2 more to go into combat. So that's 3 in total in combat plus V.
Okay.
And I will take an unarmed strike against that thing.
I mean, you can take a good number of them, right?
Well, with each of my formations.
Do you have martial arts? No.
No.
She does not. Okay, then yes, you can take 4. So make 4 unarmed strikes.
Okay. I have a 25.
Hits.
16.
Does not hit.
Oh, nat 20. Another. The other one was nat 22. So 20,
2 nat 20s. So 2 hits and a crit, or 2 crits and a hit. Go for it.
And then a 12.
Well, you had a 16 in there, which does not hit.
Oh, right.
You only do 4 attacks.
Oh, right.
So you have 2 crits and a hit. So roll up your damage, and as you do that, unless anybody wants to move on with their...
I'm gonna spend my d20.
You'll spend your d20 to go now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to go right at the beginning, because if you're rolling at 20, you get to do it a couple times. Go for it and roll it.
And 7. So that only the one time.
Understood. But you'll get to just rush forward right now.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead, Lauren.
Oh, I got 19 plus, and then I roll for the crit, right?
So we'll roll all. So yeah, so you need to roll your damage for the hit, and then the damage for the 2 crits. What is your damage? You have a D6, right? On a
2d6.
2d6 on it.
2d6 plus.
Oh, right, because you have a 2. So if you're 2d6, you need to roll a total of 2 plus 4 plus 4. So you need to roll 10d6 and then add your modifier 3 times.
Okay. Sorry.
If you want to do it all together. Otherwise, it's 2d6 plus your modifier, then 4d6 plus the modifier, and 4d6 plus the modifier.
Yes.
However you want to do it. But Findon, let's go ahead and do your turn, because basically these Vs are up there doing some punches.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up and start joining in on the punching.
Okay.
So the first one is a natural 20, so I'm gonna use my d12.
Hey!
And that's a 2.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. So they're just going to become 5d8s. So 10d8s.
10d8s ain't so bad on One Punch.
All right.
One Punch Man. That's something, right? Heard of that?
Yeah.
I'm finally seeing chat. Let's go back. I want to touch the one of the monkeys. Yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, everyone.
You're good.
37.
We got a lot of addition going on. We got 10d6 being rolled in one square. We got 10d8 being rolled in another, and numbers on top of that.
37.
37. Love it.
Okay.
And that's with your
52
modifier.
damage.
3 times?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
52.
50, sorry. That's not correct. 59 damage.
59.
On the first punch.
Hey. It's always nice when it's on the first punch, you know.
So
96 from 2 turns.
we're gonna take another punch.
Sure.
Okay, that's only a 21 to hit.
A 21 does hit.
All right, so that's just gonna be the 5d6. That's 28 more damage.
Not so bad. Not so bad, gang.
Whew, okay,
All
that's
right.
all I got.
So you punch twice. Are you going to try to knock this thing back on either of those?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So-
since I didn't do it for the crit, we'll do it for the second.
So what was the number you rolled for the attack?
21.
Oh, no, it's the damage, right?
It,
Oh, God. Why do I make
Yeah.
these games so complicated and then I don't
I
remember?
don't know, man.
Knockback is...
I thought it was the attack.
Compared against your attack roll. Yes, the attack roll. So 26?
21.
21. What's its strength saving throw modifier? Oh, don't worry about it. Rolls a 21, exactly.
Oh.
I will not tell you how low a number it rolled to do that. It wasn't the lowest number, or like among the lowest, but it was,
This is...
I'll phrase it like this. It's fun when you roll a 6 and you get a 21. I'll phrase it like that. So,
No.
it's gonna go. It has 5 individuals on it. So we're gonna say V will be 1 or 2, Findon will be 9 or 10, otherwise its first strike is coming out of formation. Its first strike is coming out of formation. Now, there are certain kinds of things that I do not usually include content-wise, and the following may be shocking what it is attempting to do, but this is a thing from the mythology, and we're rolling with it. So I'm just going to have this happen, and apologies. This thing kind of reaches back this claw in this kind of like it's like kind of getting buffeted around, just kind of glares at all of you, and kind of sees the first thing there, and it kind of like takes its claw and it tries to reach directly into one of the formation's butts while screaming
Yup.
Shirokodama.
Yup.
Because the Kappas steal an organ called the Shirokodama that does not exist from their victims' anuses.
Yup.
So the Kappa is reaching, trying to take one of these from a formation. And this is
But
rough.
it's going to. But it's going to.
Well, it does. What is your armor class?
15.
Okay, it's gotta... Okay. So yes, it does, in fact, hit the armor class, so your formation pops. You make a wisdom save, except you can't fail, so you're fine. And it kind of reaches out, and like it as if pulling back, like to feast upon this organ that it finds inside the victim's anus, and it kind of... Shirogatama! Huh? 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 And it has 3 attacks, so it's going to try again. So now 1 is V and 4 is Findon. It is coming at you, actually, V, at the actual you. So it is striking at you. Now you of course have more hit points and you're able to kind of block, so it is instead just kind of striking you, so it can kind of try to take you down. It rolls a 24 to hit you,
Oh my god.
and it will deal you. Ooh, Brawn Factor 3. That's fun. Oh, that is. No, I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Whew.
So that's 11 points.
Wait, of what type of damage?
Slashing.
Oh. In my butt?
Not piercing.
Kind of to your... Actually, it might be pierce. It's like slashing at the beginning, then it gets to piercing. In any case, you do not...
Pierce!
You do not take penetrate. Oh boy.
Where-
You penetration damage? That is such an upsetting thing.
I don't like that.
Everything about this is upsetting, and this is content I like. Okay.
You put this in here, Philip.
Can she
I
like
did.
spin away and
Yeah,
kick it? Like she gets hurt on her leg.
Seeing what happened to the other one, you were turning around like what? And it will take its final strike at you now that you're up. Does a 16 hit your armor class? Yes, it does. I know that it does because you just told me.
Wait,
what it
who?
was. You. It's attacking you for the third time as well. Okay, a little bit better of damage. That is 16 points.
Okay.
And it is pretty mad that it didn't get to eat Sorokodama.
Yes. I'm mad that you tried to sneak it in the butt. What?
Okay, cool. That is the Kappa's turn. Armament, you are up. Now, you don't see it, but you can hear it.
Yes.
And... yeah, good.
I'm going to use my bonus action to form a spear so that I can just like go straight at it, so I don't have to worry about slashing friends.
Sure, yeah, kind of get right in on it rather than
And I mean, I'll use like I'm not saying I don't intend. I know this won't give me like any extra benefit on deck, but like the guardian will be like, hey, let me know, like, hey, like you got friends around it.
I will phrase it like this. Because of the Guardian and your own hearing passive perception, you are not in danger of accidentally stabbing a person. You can simply make one check at disadvantage against it.
Right. Okay, so I will attack at disadvantage.
I'm not the one doing it. It was Japanese mythology that put this on Wikipedia. What are you talking about? I'm the one doing it.
Oh, man. It's a natural 20 and a natural 1.
That is the worst.
That is absolutely the worst.
So you nearly go straight for it, and... like, because you kind of can't see, because you kind of can't do it, like, you're about to just get, like, you're about to get right inside the shell on the back and just pop this thing. But instead, it's just so mad. It's like doing, like, a frustrated, like, and it kind of just knocks your perfect shot aside, dealing no damage. But you get a second attack.
For the record, this is doing mystic damage.
Oh, very good.
Second attack at disadvantage. Well, that's 2 points better. So I'm going to assume that a 14 does not hit. A giant.
Sadly, a 14 does not hit. This one, kind of, you hear it clattering off of the shell.
I have a question.
Yo.
If I were to use a D20 for an extra action, would I still get a bonus action?
Yes, if you use your D20 right now, you are going to take a whole turn. You get action, bonus action, everything. So if you'd like to do that right now, you absolutely.
Well,
I'd like to do that.
I will be spending my D8 on this turn.
Okay, so for his turn's not over, but as soon as his turn's over, you can go for that. So yeah, D8.
Hey, an 8!
An 8! So you get to attack 4 more times now.
Excellent.
I bet one of, mathematically speaking, even at disadvantage, I bet one of these will hit.
I'm going to use my D4 on this next one to give myself, to cancel this out. That's a 4. I get it back.
Oh, you get to do it a couple times. Love it. All right, so this was a straight shot.
Oh, hell yeah, that's 19 plus 30 to hit.
Beautiful, you hit.
Can the journeyer help? As in perform the help
The
action?
journeyer can also, so when you run out of your 4s, the journeyer could literally perform the help action on one of them too. That's right.
So that's going to be 14 points on that one.
Cool.
I'm gonna give myself advantage again. That is not a 4. Great. Okay. So this one is a disadvantage.
No, it's still an advantage. You spent the D4, you just don't get it back.
Oh, right.
So this one's still a flat roll for you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's 27
hits. And then your next one, if you'd like to have the journeyer use, so another 10. The journeyer can use a thing. So this one is also not a disadvantage.
Yeah, journeyer's helping. So 3 of 4. That's 23.
Hits.
Nice.
For another 10 points.
Beautiful. And your
And
last one
finally.
This one is at disadvantage, finally. Yeah. Which, granted, you've been skewering this thing so much that it's kind of finally managed to move the shell.
That's a 20.
Its armor class is 20.
Fantastic.
So you hit.
That is
I may not need to.
That's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You can't see it, but you can hear that you have bloodied this creature. You can hear the blood flowing.
We got a lot of work to do, folks.
I mean, you haven't completed a round.
And now someone else is going to take another turn.
And Findon, you haven't even taken your turn, and she's taking a turn here too.
Yeah.
So that's 8. So go ahead and do your turn. Yeah, go ahead, V.
13. That doesn't mean anything, right?
Doesn't hit.
I just lose it.
Oh yes, it doesn't hit. So yes, you have 3 formations still in the battle. One was destroyed.
I'm splitting into my remaining formations for 5 in total, meaning 6 with V.
You can split to a total of 8 more.
No, 2 more. So 5, 6 with V. 2 of my formations have popped. 1 is with Nightheart. So it's 5 formations, 1 V.
Well, one's with a kid, you said.
She's flying in too.
Understood. Bringing that one into the fight. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
nobody does this to a woman. And
5 attacks.
Yes. Okay.
AC's 20, so just whichever ones of them hit of the 5.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? So 120, 17. Damn it. Nope, that doesn't. No, and 1 more. Ugh! Wait, let me see what it is.
I was not going to stop you.
20.
Nat 20?
Yeah, so two hit.
So 2
One's
hit,
a nat 20.
1 nat 20. Would you like to use? Do you have your D8 left?
Yes.
Why don't you just take another action before you roll? I'll have you roll all your damage together. So roll your D8. So, Lauren.
Yes.
I need you to roll 10 more attacks.
10 more attacks?
Yeah.
How many attacks have hit so far? Let's just start.
Yes.
I'm gonna start writing stuff down.
So far, Lauren, you have 1 hit and 1 crit of the first 5. You get
yeah.
10 more because whenever you take an action, you get to attack 5 times.
Right.
Because you rolled an 8, you get to take 2 more actions. So you're gonna roll 10. So just roll your
dirty 20
hits.
14. That's 19. So no.
Doesn't hit.
21
hits.
Oh, you're keeping track.
I'm tracking how many total you've rolled.
I'm keeping track of hits and crits.
23
hits.
Nat 1 does not hit.
Misses.
18 does not hit.
Does not hit.
23
hits. You got 3 more.
That does not hit.
Okay.
That does not hit. 19, 24.
Cool.
Okay.
Great. So
that's 6 hits and 1 crit.
Okay.
So that's what, 12?
That's 16 d6s.
I will do this, and I will be writing it down.
Sure thing. 16 d6s, and then it was 6 plus a thing times your modifier times 7. What's your modifier? Plus 3? Plus 2?
1.
Plus 1? Oh, okay. So 16 d6 plus 7. That's what you're bringing to us.
Perfect. Okay.
Great.
Continue.
All right. So you see V. So basically, yeah. Findon has come over. He's been fighting this thing, tried to do a thing. Armament, you stab it a good number of times, and then V goes ballistic, splitting additional people, and it's just this flurry of blows raining down on this thing, which is now like trying to start covering its head. So amidst all of this, Portals, Teleportia, it is your turn.
Yeah, ever since I saw what happened to V, I'm just gonna try to shoot from afar.
You're like, and
with the
backing
warp beam.
up.
And
Warp beam.
backing up.
Cool.
You know.
Oh, can you like portal and shoot a warp beam through it so that you can try to shoot it in the butt?
Is that possible?
I'm gonna tell you what. You don't have to make any rolls for the angles. You got the angles, Portia.
Yeah, I got the
This
angles.
is a called shot. I will give it vulnerability to this damage on a hit, but its AC is increasing slightly. So you might want to use some dice to, give yourself advantage or try to up, and maybe have dice ready to spend in case you roll low.
Alright, D4 for advantage then.
Cool.
So I said Armin isn't going to see this.
That's a 3.
Okay, so you
No.
have advantage on this warp beam shot.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh!
Vulnerability on it. That was a bad thing to say.
So-
So, what is the normal damage of a warp beam?
That is 3d8.
Cool. Now, do you typically have... Do you have a d12 left?
Yes.
Would you like to roll that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's a 10.
A 10. So, you can roll 6d10. And then add your modifier, and then we'll double that number.
I'm sorry. Hold on. 6d10.
6d10. And then... So, roll the 6d10.
Uh-huh. Alright, hold on. Yeah. And...
69.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Wow.
Whew. That took a while. Sorry. Terrible at math.
No, you're good.
That's what.
I mean, it is.
There is no way this thing is surviving Findon's turn, I don't think. It might not survive this right here.
That's... I mean, let's see what Teleportia does.
that's
I
true.
can very easily go and miss 4 times.
You have been rolling suspiciously well. It's probably about time for it to
And
knock on wood.
this is also adding my modifier.
Then add your
right?
modifier on top, yeah.
Okay, so then that would be 34.
34 times 2 is 68. So you were so close to what V did.
Ah,
Well, there's
Not
no way
nice.
for that to happen.
so close.
Yeah.
Let's just say it was. I'm kidding.
Wow. With only 1 point to spare, you fire a warp beam through a portal where you've placed another portal directly near the anus of the Kappa. And your warp beam rends reality around this creature. And it sort of bends and tears, and you guys all see kind of reality sort of like sponging about, kind of as it, and its kind of face is like, "Ah!" And as it dies, its last
God.
words are, Shirokatama! And it sort of bursts apart and falling, kind of hovering there for a moment, like on your reality shifting warp beam, and then settling slowly to the ground, is this strange mythical organ that doesn't really exist in the real world. But here people tend to have one.
The butt heart? Does it look like a heart?
It's
I don't really want to Google what it looks like, but I will.
it's something that you find in the butt.
Little polyp.
It's the spot.
Oh! It actually, apparently it actually often contains their soul.
I would like to petition that this session lowers the dread counter by 1 for Friday.
It is
Agree.
what it is. It is a small, hardened, magical ball, and it just kind of floats to the ground, and you hear one last whispered "Shirikodama" across the woods.
What?
No one is going to top that. So that is where we're going to be ending.
Well, no, because but that was a bot.
Yeah. No one's. I was ready for one, and I knew that we'd get one. Well, that is how we're gonna end this session.
Can I spend my hero d6 real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, same.
I did not roll a 6.
Nor did I.
They're just doing some healing,
If,
basically.
yeah, if anyone
Oh.
wants to heal, I asked this last time because
Yeah.
I imagine I'm not the only one who got rocked in our
Right.
previous fight.
I get another 16 hit points. That's great. I'm almost at half health now.
Is the ball still in the middle of the room? Or
It's-
did it disappear?
It's just like the road. No, the ball's just sitting there on the road.
Can I go and step on it?
Make a strength check.
Oh, that is not a d20. Where did all... Oh.
Just a strength check. Flat.
17.
17. You can't break it. You sort of step on it. It's like a golf ball. You don't break
Okay.
it sitting there. And Hideki will say, "Okay." Hideki will come and just take Teleportia's hand. "Yes. Okay. Perhaps you will be okay in the fortress." Whisper will say, "Wow. Okay. I'll admit, that was impressive. That thing is valuable." She points at the Shirikodama on the ground.
V grabs it and reconvenes, like, all of them. And she just, like, glares at Whisper.
Right. I was going to say you might want to pick that up with a handkerchief or something, but yeah. But sure. So with that, we're going to end with one last check back in with a different formation who just experienced some interesting stuff. And Nightheart. Could you roll another D20 for this formation?
7.
Do you have... She got the nat 20. Do you have any hero dice left?
I have, like, a bunch.
You can throw
I'll do
as
it-
many as you want to on that roll if you'd like.
I'll do a d12, so that's plus 9, so 16. Oh, that doesn't count. Never mind. Plus 5. 16 plus 5. 21.
21.
Plus...
Okay. How many?
hold
How
on.
many are you just burning them all? Go ahead, burn them
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
24.
Okay. You have survived. The two of you have continued descending, sort of climbing up here, and you are now outside of a pair of grand doors. You're kind of dispatching, like you're doing like a spinning kick, and Nightheart's doing her final, slice with her Bacento over something. And upon doing that, she kind of gives you a look like, she kind of, like lands on the ceiling once again, the doors are a bit up. She goes, "Okay, if you don't want to come through here, that's fine. It's about to get rough, I think." Understood.
She walks in.
Okay, cool. So, and kind of you pull the doors open, and Nightheart kind of rushes up and begins running. And as she kind of runs, and then suddenly, I will roll this attack. Ooh. I'm actually going to use a DM point just to make that one hit. Yep, with a 5 on there, it does. So she begins running, and suddenly she just gets punched by something, and gets laid out.
Who, Nightheart or me?
Nightheart. And the kind of who opened the door, or the formation who opened the door, kind of looks in. And you see Nightheart, because Nightheart she was running, she then tumbles, falling onto the, onto the ceiling, which is the floor, and lows. And you see this old woman with, white hair kind of falling down, sitting in a chair, sort of speaking in Japanese, kind of in a menacing way. And the thing that punched her is this sort of, it's wearing samurai armor, but its head is nothing but a swarm of moths. And there's moths popping in and out of it. And the front of the samurai armor is open, surrounded by moths, and you can see a heart beating within it. And this sort of thing that just sort of smashed her with kind of one of those big clubs, that have the ridges on it, which is easily walking on the ceiling, kind of leaps downward for another strike. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yeah. Definitely second or third best ninja in the world.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I put extra stuff on it. The thing rolled bad. Whatever, it's fine. You guys are mean.
Whew. We're mean. You tried to poke me in the butt.
I didn't do anything. A Japanese monster, that's its whole thing. I included it because I had to.
Do you know how many monsters there are in mythology?
Yes, but everyone knew I was going to do a kappa. Everyone was like, put a kappa
Oh
in.
yeah, no, yeah.
On the Reddit, everyone was like,
gotta.
please include a kappa. And I said, don't worry, I will. And I said, but like, what if I attack the one person who will be really mad about it? And they're like, it doesn't matter. We don't like her anyway. Just do it.
I feel like everyone would have been mad about it, and I don't care if nobody likes me. I like myself plenty.
The fictional Redditors.
Yeah, so we have a very active subreddit over there.
It's my private DM subreddit.
They're getting a break from me anyway. She can't talk.
That's fair. Yeah, how do you guys like those? The blessing, half of the blessing's pretty good. The good part's
Especially for me.
strong.
pretty good.
Pretty strong
Yeah.
in a place like this.
I will also say it's interesting that the only one of you who's actually negatively affected by the talking mechanically is the one who took the no talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now y'all know what happens when she shows out with all of her formations. Or most of them.
Well, guys, that was wild. Thank you so
Again,
much
I'm
for
just
watching.
so sad that I couldn't actually see that happen.
You know what? The Guardian saw it and can like convey it to you telepathically
Yeah.
somehow. Although actually, I guess you can't really see anything. Even you can sense it, but I think the whole point is like just that she can't communicate. You can't really like see things. You know. You have
Can the
Aphantasia. You
Junior
have
record?
aphantasia. Ooh.
yes, the Guardian can record it. If you can see it a future date, you can watch it back.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
The Guardian saw her like lighting something up and said, "I'm gonna hit the old red button on this. Let's
I
just
feel
see
like
how
the
this goes."
Guardian can be like an Xbox or a PlayStation and have like a 15-minute buffer.
Just like save
always being recorded.
save to the hard drive. Save to the hard drive. Yeah.
And you just decide when it's important.
Oh man, that was a top fight.
This is the best session we've had. This
Yeah.
month.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, guys, yes. Well, if you enjoyed this,
We've
please.
made such terrible choices and such amazing choices all at the same time.
These are all
Sometimes,
the
yeah.
best.
Sometimes the same one choice is both. Well, everyone, listen. If you're enjoying this, please check us out on Friday nights where we play Blood from a Stone. It's a horror game. Check us out on Sundays where we play Smuggler's Reverse. It's a Star Warbs game. Warbs? It's not Warbs, right?
Warbles.
I mean, it kind of is.
Star Wars. Star Wars game, and then of course continue coming back here. I'm gonna go ahead and mention to viewers not fully everything that is, but I will mention that Topflight is approaching a hiatus. So definitely tune in the next week or two to sort of see how sort of season 1 of Topflight kind of wraps up. We will not be ending Monday night broadcasts, but we will be taking a break from this exact series for a bit, and stay tuned for more information about that. But for now, yes, did somebody else have a thing? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, as any comic book collector knows, you want to have the whole run.
You should. Yes, this is a complete run. We will do to boost sales. We will start a new number 1 when it returns. We'll start with a renumber. So yeah, please check us out on Mondays, Sundays, and Fridays. Go to our Discord, download nonsense. I put up recaps there. We have music from one of the Cantina band players in our Star Wars game, and a novella set in the universe of Blood from a Stone. And we'll get some ancillary content for this game before it comes back, I'm sure. But yes, for now, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have a top night. Yeah, top night. Because it's Top
Oh, yeah.
Flight's the name of them. Yeah. Bye, everybody.